Thank you, Dev.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Dev.
Yeah, am I audible, right?
Yeah, now you
I
are
got
audible.
some correction, right? So you have option now to record the things.
Yeah, I got it. I started recording.
All right. So now, if you see the dashboard, simple, like we have an option available. And if I want to go with the default VPC, I'm fine. If I want to create a basic one, then I will create one basic. I can give the name here, testing lab. And we are good with it. I am not going to use any endpoint or other process. So simple create a VPC. Then we'll move forward from here to VPN tunneling. So what is VPN tunneling for all of you? It's a part of dedicated connection between AWS cloud to on-premises. Means you are going to restrict your AWS account that will be only accessible by your physical data center. If any traffic coming from outside or any developer, any user wants to connect, then there you can restrict that as well. And when we require a dedicated tunnel, or it's a use case kind of, let's say you have a banking sector, right? And your application is not affordable to expose, right, publicly, because there are more security risks. But still I have to work, still my developer has to work, still my application needs to work. In that case, I'm always going to use the dedicated tunnel between my bank to the cloud, so that if anyone coming in bank premises and using their system, which IP address you have allowed while configuring a VPN, they only can able to access. Else, if IP address is not coming with the CIDR range, or the IP address not matching with the list or approval, it will not gonna to work, right? So simple. I'll ask first the customer gateway. Customer gateway will be a firewall IP address. We don't have, so I'm using my public IP just for a testing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this IP will be like what is that? I mean, this will be my the broadband IP address. Means this IP address I can expose something if I want to, like make as a Google or make as a globally I want to allow. So I can use this. So I'm just using for a testing purpose. So I'm good with the static, right? There are dynamic or static, guys. So dynamic means they are giving us the BGP ASN. It's a range actually, which is the part of your part of actually the routing, right? Where we have the router configured in a physical data center. Generally, we going with the static only. We are not going with the dynamic, because dynamic very rare customer is using in their physical data center on a routing level. Every time it's a static, so that we have a bigger kind of Juniper firewall or any other firewall which we are using. Okay. And also, if they will give you a like the certificate, in that case you can able to use for a managing the communication based on certification request also. Means there are they will give you the first certificate for attaching the things from there, and you can able to attach in your ARN. ARN is the, again, Amazon resource name. And Amazon resource name is something called here configure. Let me give you the information, which is certificate manager. One second, it will be browse. Then let me give you the clarity again from the scratch. Okay, this one. So this will be your kind of certificate manager. Certificate manager is, you always getting these things like, see, this will be, I have HTTP certificate, which I am using with the website from Amazon. So if I have a SSL or TLS certificate which I got from my client, I will simply go here and attach my certificate. Right? Import the certificate. Then once you've done the import certificate here, in that case, you are going to use that ARN. Certificate will give you ARN, actually, Amazon Resource Name. That will be unique ID. Then that resource unique name you're going to use here into the create customer gateway. Okay, so let me again do it, testing lab, and I'm fine with the IP address. I don't have certificate, I'm okay. Device, I don't have, but I can say it's a Juniper, just for understanding. Okay, create customer gateway means what you have done, you got the entry level information from your customer end. Let's say if AWS wants to enter in my world, he will use this gateway to enter. Same thing you have done here. Now go to your VPN gateway, sorry, virtual private gateway. Virtual private gateway, what is? Means one side is customer, one side you. So you are configuring your AWS gateway here. I can give again. And here guys, we always using Amazon default ASN is a part of the configuration which Amazon provides us for the from AWS side. So we always going with it, which is absolutely fine, and you are getting high availability here. If we have any other customized kind of ASN, private ASN, which we have purchased inside AWS, then we can able to go with it, and we can provide the information here, right? But this is always fine for the real time as well.
Okay.
Create the virtual private gateway. We got the gateway created. Now guys, it's a detached currently, means, see, try to understand, you have got the gate from the AWS perspective. Now inside gate also there are multiple rooms. Which room you want to allow? And guys, room I'm suggesting here, room is a VPC for our understanding. Okay, now I can go here. I have a 2 VPC. I have to tell to this one like which room you are allowed. So I'm saying testing lab is good for me. Yes, attach. Cool, it is attaching now. Now you will go to here, your site-to-site VPN connection. You need to configure the VPN connection based on these 2 parameters which we have configured. Create here, give the name testing, and here it will ask you virtual private gateway, VPN VPG, right, which we just created. And guys, what is transit gateway? Transit gateway, let me tell you, transit gateway is something called like where you are looking to connect your hundreds of accounts in a single centralized location. Then your transit gateway will come into the picture. So I'm looking for virtual private gateway. Define this, and now you have existing. Definitely I have configured my customer gateway with this IP, means your firewall which is already there, so I can go with this. Yes, I'm good with dynamic. I don't have any static IP address, so I'm good with it. And I also didn't receive any tunnel information, CIDR information from customer. In real time, they will provide you some IP address range, which you can able to give here to unspecified like options, right? Where you can see the randomly IP address will coming from this CIDR range. You are going to allow that. Create. Go to your VPN. Now let's go back the status here first. Yeah, it is attached now. And go to here. So till now you have configured. It is in pending state, means it is creating a machine and actually configuring the VPN in background. Now once you've done 1, 2, 3 steps, you are fine. Go to download configuration. In this case, you have to ask with your customer which firewall they are using. So we just taking as example Juniper, but this could be 14.8, Cisco, anyone. And guys, if any name is not listed, go with generic. Simple. Generic is going to compatible with most of the time. So I'm good with Juniper this time. Series, whichever you will receive from information, I'm good with that. OS, whichever, I'm good with that. Download the information. You will get this text file actually. Open. And once you see this text file, see, there are all information which actually your customer required to complete the VPC process or tunneling process from their end. So they have to request you. You already requested, you're done. Okay. So they will use this pre-shared key, which we can say internet key exchange, which you have already shared with your customer. This one, you have complete information available which you are looking to share. Your connection ID, virtual private gateway ID, all informations are step by step shared here, which actually networking guy or your firewall person will be required in data center to configure IPsec tunnel, like site to site VPN. Okay, so you have complete information. Once you will provide this file to your dedicated like security person or whoever is managing in the data center, he will not come back to you for any question further. It's very rare it is happening, guys. When there are problem with their firewall and or a compatibility things will become, then only the things will be get differ. In that case, we'll do the troubleshooting. We take help from Amazon also. We take help from the customer side also, and will manage accordingly. But it is very rare. We don't have any real-time IP, but once I will configure this pending state green first here, and also my customer will use my text file to complete the process from their end. When the both sides shake hand will be done, then I can see the up tunnel status here. So I'm always getting tunnel 1 and tunnel 2 because I'm working in high availability, so that in case one is down, in case one will be take the traffic, so that it will be managed all the time in a HA, high availability process. Okay. Are we good?
Got it. That means definitely we need to have two tunnels for this VPN process. That's right.
Two will be automatically get created because we are going with already BGP routing, which is AWS providing us in a high availability mode.
Okay, got it.
And it's the managed services already, so we don't have control to go with single or go with double. It's already providing us the high availability. Okay.
Okay, got it there. Thanks so much.
Right. So once you're done at your level for the practical, please delete that VPC. That VPC is going to delete all your VPN, which we have created, because VPN is chargeable if you leave as it is right in your account.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So just to avoid like, because we are using free tier account, so don't want to be like get more stretch on it for the billing purpose. So better to delete once you're done, because anything with a practical level, like if you'll see, nothing going to be used with a real-time process, kind of, you know, just 2-3 minutes you can come back next day and start everything again from the scratch. All right, this will use actually 2-3 minutes. It will take time to detach, but we are good. I'll clean out. All right, guys. So I believe we are good. Let me know if anything, and please collect your queries like on paper also. And in case require anything, and I'm also feeling like I have to go with the auto scaling practical, I believe, one more time, because that is not clear for everyone. But I'll go through with it maybe on Monday or something, or whenever we get time free. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, bye-bye and have a great time, and come back with more queries. Thank you.
Thank you, Dev.
Hey, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much there.
Hey, thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.